Video, we will be taking a look at my updated 2022 governor prediction as of today, September 19th of 2022. So I'm going to start off basically in the safe states. I see 5 Democratic safe states: California, Hawaii, the state of Massachusetts, New York, and the state of Maryland, bringing Democrats to 11 safe seats. The Republicans, however, I do see 11 safe seats for them: Idaho, Wyoming, South Dakota, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Tennessee, Alabama, the safe blue state of Vermont, this competitive lean blue state of New Hampshire, and South Carolina, giving the Republicans 19 seats to the Democrats 11. Democrats obviously have their likely seats as well: Colorado, Illinois, and the state of Rhode Island. Now, these seats, they will very unlikely to be contested by Republican candidates, especially Illinois and Rhode Island, but I think their margins will be below 15 points, given their margin in 2018, a blue wave year. Now, going to the likely states for the Republican Party, I'm going to start off with the state of Alaska. Bill Walker, the independent, may actually finish above the Democrat, so there is a lot of confusion in that race, but I think that Republicans are definitely favored in that race. Another state there Republicans are really much favored in, this time they probably will see a Democratic incumbent, is Laura Kelly. She was able to defeat the very unpopular Chris Kobach. There was also a third-party candidate, Greg Orman, that split away 6.5% of the vote, that most likely most of it would have gone to the Republican Party. So, without Chris Kobach in the race, I think Kelly will likely lose to Derek Schmidt, a much more like candidate for that race. Texas as well, I think that Beto O'Rourke may be a okay candidate, but I feel like that it's not the year for him to win the election. This is, after all, still a lean red environment, to say the least, and I think Texas will go red. Another seat that's actually trending Democrat, but will definitely hold, in my opinion, for the Republican Party, the state of Georgia. Now, not definitely, but they're very likely to hold that race, because Brian Kemp is probably going to do pretty well in the suburbs, and that's going to help him win. Also, Stacey Abrams is not really that liked of a candidate compared to what she was in 2020, and most importantly, the national environment is simply not there for her. Florida as well, this was actually a very, very close race in 2018, went to DeSantis by less than 0.4%, but it looks like it definitely seems like that Ron DeSantis will win against, looks like to be Charlie Crist. Now for the 2 states in the Midwest that are considered likely Republican, Iowa and Ohio. You can see the Republicans are already in a majority. However, governors control their states, so it does matter how many states you control, not just the majority. Now for the lean seats for the Democratic Party, I honestly don't see a lot. I will start off with Minnesota. I think that the state will get to Tim Walz. Walz is favored, obviously. He is the incumbent, and Minnesota is a state that is decently blue. For the Democrats, they're not going to win every single election there, but they're going to win like 90-something% of the elections, though it's only by like 2 or 3 points each time. Another state that the Democrats are very likely to hold, I think they're very likely to hold. It will be a close one, being Connecticut, but I just don't think the Republicans are putting up their fight compared to what they were in 2018, and Lamont's approval rating has gone up a little bit. So for the state of Michigan as well, this race will likely go to the Democratic Party. Gretchen Whitmer, although not very popular, the Republican primary there is also a mess, and thus this race will likely go to the Democratic Party. Now for the states Republicans I believe will end up winning. First of all, Wisconsin here. It will be a lean or likely margin here either way. I think the Republicans are very much favored in the state of Wisconsin. Another state I think that they're very much favored. Arizona as well, I think that they are favored in that race. I don't think that Katie Hobbs is running the best campaign she could, and even FiveThirtyEight does give Lake a 45% chance of winning, which is substantially higher than some other states. such as Wisconsin, such as Pennsylvania, or such as even the state of Kansas. So yeah. Now for the tilt states for the Democratic Party, I think that they have what it looks like to be 2 or 3 tilt states. So starting with Maine, I think that Paula Page is not going to win. He is a former governor, but I think that he's going to come up just short and lose that race. Another race in which I think Republicans will come up just short is New Mexico. I don't think the Republicans are going to win. That is quite consistent. The margin has decreased, in my opinion, in New Mexico, but it's probably not going to be enough for a Republican candidate there, which is, I think, Mark Rochester or something. I cannot remember. Now going to this final 3 seats, I think that Republicans are definitely favored in Nevada with Steve Sisolak. Now they're going to win by a very small margin in my opinion, but I think that they're still favored by a very tiny margin. Now going to the state of Oregon, there is a very large third party appearance there, but Pennsylvania, I do think that Josh Shapiro, his lead is starting to tighten in some of the polls, so I think that in the end, Josh Shapiro will end up losing. Now for Oregon here, I still give the Democrats the edge there. There could actually be an independent second place, which would be very bad for the Democratic Party, but regardless, I think that they'll win by about 1 to 2 points. Anyways, thanks for watching today's video. Be sure to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye.